All right, for number 4b. Again, I start at 0, 0, so I'm definitely, sine is going to be my easier equation to write. And I don't have a vertical transformation. My midline is on the x-axis, so I don't have to do anything there. I'm going to write sine without a phase shift. My amplitude, let's see, looks like, so that would be -1, so that would be -3. So my amplitude is 3, and since my wave is going down and then up, I'm going to make that a -3. So I have an x-axis reflection. For that negative, my amplitude is 3. The last thing we have to deal with for the sine graph is the period. So here, this is not a typo, the period of the function is just 2. So doing that math, just like we did on the last problem, seems weird to have like a period that's just integer and not with a pi. But the math works the same. 2 pi divided by b, which is what we're finding. Remember, b is the little letter in front of x. 2 pi divided by b equals 2. Multiply both sides by b. So 2 pi equals 2b. Of course, then b equals pi. So there's your sine equation. Cosine shares almost all of these details. The amplitude is the same. The number in front of x is the same. And our vertical shift is the same. So that plus 0 is going to be the same. Now, depending on where you want to start your cosine graph, you're either going to use a reflection over x or not. I like to do as few transformations as possible, so I'm going to start here on this maximum. That means I don't need a negative in front of my 3 cosine. And it also, since here that was 1, so my graph is scaled in 1/2. So my phase shift is -1/2. Need a minus in the middle since I need a plus in the middle since I'm moving to the left. So my phase shift is 1/2. We know b is pi. So c over pi equals 1/2. We're going to multiply both sides by pi. So c equals pi over 2. Now the other way you could write that, if you didn't want to do this little c over b mess, the other way you could write that is just 3 cosine pi times x plus 1/2. So you have options there. It depends on the math that you want to do. But those are equivalent. Because if you were to multiply in the pi, you would get pi x. And then pi times 1/2 is pi over 2.